Hey, Sister Lynn, how are you doing? I appreciate that. I could use that today. Oh, what a day. What a day. The work aspect of today was eh. Work is work. Things are going to go bad. Hey, Mr. Smith, Mr. Floto, Margaret Clark. Ralph, I hope you're feeling a bit better today and just keep improving. I appreciate it. You too, Margaret. Alan, always good having you. Old friend from truck driving school. I just, I was in a bad area. Trucker girl Kiana. All right, good news. That's good news. Thank you, Rhonda Tolliver. How you doing? That's about the fastest I've gotten 7 people in here. Oh man. All right. Well, like I said, today is one of them days where I need to use this platform just to vent and get other people's reaction to the situations. Hopefully, it doesn't come off like a rant. Probably will, but hopefully not. Well, first things first. Let's start in reverse chronological order. Because that's top of my mind right now. Hey, Cruiser Chris, World Network, how you doing? Yeah. Always appreciative to have everybody in here. All right, so let's start in reverse chronological order from pissing me off the most to making me sad to making me upset. So, kind of like that today. Well, I am here in Post Falls, Idaho, and just right about 5 p.m. Now, I got here, filled up my truck with fuel and DEF, diesel exhaust fluid, and sat here for a moment and just relaxed. Umberto Silva. We're doing okay. I'm feeling better now. I've calmed down. I kind of vented to the camera already. So, but now we're just. I just gotta, get myself settled down. I'm gonna try to make a little bit of dinner. Mr. Silva, you are not lime me. I'm lemon, not lime. Actually, I'm more pumpkin pie by volume than I am anything else, but there you go. All right, so back to the story at hand. All right, so got out of the truck, went inside to grab myself a cup of ice, and to come back out to the truck and get some dinner started and whatnot. As I'm walking from my truck inside to the Pilot Flying J here, truck driver pulls up to the pump. His son gets out. He couldn't be more than 11 years old. He gets out, starts walking the door at the same time. Okay, big deal. Whatever. Yeah, we'll tend to that, Mr. Silva. We'll tend to that later. All right. So, walking inside, I get to the door first. Now, I could have opened the door, walked through, and he could have followed behind me. But I opened the door, let him and his son through. They're wearing their super Black Death, the world is going to die face masks. And he had the nerve to turn around and say, you should be wearing a mask. I don't like people being rude or insulting or that arrogant that they think they could treat me in that manner. When I was just being courteous to them and I opened the door for them and waited for them to go inside. Instead of just opening the door, going inside, letting them fend for themselves. So he mouthed off at me. I am not, look at me. I am not most physically imposing man. I don't have the biggest arms. I'm not a Greek god. I'm not. I understand, what my capabilities are. But the fact that you walked in and you taught your son, your 10 or 11-year-old son, some very bad lessons in life, right then and there. You told him how to be rude to somebody. You told him how to have a bad attitude towards somebody. And you told him how to be a slave to what other people are thinking. Now, I don't know where everybody stands on the mask wearing. I really don't care. I really don't care what your view is. And I'm not trying to be mean to you or say I don't care about you as a human being. I'm just saying your opinion is your opinion. Mine is mine. The old adage, everybody has, opinions are like a-holes. Everybody has one, most of them stink. Mine does too. I don't care. My opinion only affects me. It doesn't affect anybody else. Whether I like the color blue or the taste of a watermelon affects no other human being. That only affects me. Well, this Mr. Badass wanted to mouth off to me, so I came right back at him. And I said, you're teaching your son very bad manners, a very bad attitude. I feel sorry for your son. And don't you dare tell me to put a mask on just because you want to wear one. And you got other customers standing right there. Right as you walk in the door, there's the register. There's a bunch of customers standing there. There's the employees of the Pilot Flying J. And I told him, I will not put on a mask for you or anybody else. You can take your attitude and cram it right up where the sun don't shine. And I made sure he heard it. I made sure everybody in line heard it. I made sure the employees there heard it. Everybody knows where I stand right off the bat. I'm not hiding my face. I'm not muffling my voice and trying to say it under my breath. Let's just say I was mighty pissed. And I'm not going to kowtow to him for his crappy attitude or anybody else on planet Earth. Hey, Joe Jordan, how you doing? Welcome in. Kane Henson. I apologize if this is a rant, but it's a rant. I don't go out and punch people. I don't go out and do things to other people. I vent. It's gone. It's done with. I'll lay down tonight. I'll pray. And hopefully God wakes me up in the morning with a better attitude and a better look on life and makes me a little bit better of a human being. But for the moment, I'm going to let my emotions do what the emotions do. Hey, sis, how you doing? My sister, everybody, Crystal Kleeper. Here's the thing. This woman here. This woman right here. Pardon me. This woman right here, Crystal Kleeper, my sister, one of the finest human beings you will ever meet in your life. Sorry, apologize. She is simply one of the finest human beings ever in my life. I am truly blessed to have her as my sister. She did for me what she couldn't afford to do so. Without hesitation, without question. She drove halfway up the coast of the east coast of America, picked me up when I needed help, and put me in her house and took care of me. Simply the finest person I ever knew. Her and our grandfather Howard, two of the best people in our lives, in my life. Yeah, I know my emotions are on the edge here. This guy just pissed me off so much. I'm normally a calm, rational, try to be a friendly, happy person, spread a little bit of joy, spread a little bit of love around the world. I don't wish anybody ill will unless they actually deserve it. And you have to be a pretty rotten human being to actually deserve my ill will. Apologize. But I'm a human being. I'm a man. I have emotions. I don't hide my emotions because I'm not a repressed human being. I'm a normal human being. But, so back to the story so I can not be a blubbering idiot here. You didn't pay to see that. Crystal, I love you. That's all I can really say. I don't know. All right. Let's get all the blubbering over with. Okay, let me find my damn... I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing right now. Oh, we got this. All right, pardon me. All right, back to the story. Willick Rowe, how you doing? Welcome in. All right. Let me get that off there. All right, so I went in, got my cup of ice, got me a Pepsi, which I shouldn't really be drinking, but it's been one of them days I need something that was comforting to me, and a Pepsi will do that. A Pepsi will. It's an emotional thing. It makes me feel good. So there you go. Don't smoke, don't drink, don't do drugs. Cheetos and Pepsi. That's what I do. All right, let me plug this in here. So I got my Pepsi. Went over and got me a cup of ice. He apparently went off and got himself a coffee or whatnot. And I turned around from the soda machine where the ice is, and he's there glaring at me. Oh, he just made a mistake. So I glared right on back. Gonna make a little rice here in the old Instant Pot here. See, I have a actually, let me use this bigger one here. So I gave him the stink eye right on back. You want to have an attitude with me? Believe me, I'm the king of bad attitude. I'm the master how to be have a bad attitude and give it to somebody. And I just gave him the old, like they all say, the old stink eye. So, and I just stared him down till he turned away. All right, 2 cups of rice, 2 cups of water. I don't know exactly what meat I'm going to use, but we're just gonna get that started for the moment. Truck's a wreck. I apologize for that, but when you don't have the room to do anything, all right, that's working. Stick that up out the way. So I go stand in line. Go to do the checkout. And I guess he felt a little bit ashamed of his of what he did, how he treated me, and maybe my words stuck with him a little bit. Hey, Barbara Rigglebaker, Brad Parks, how you doing? Mr. Ross Rome, Sir Ross Romes. Like I said before, I'm knighting you more than anybody else. Young Fame the Great, how you doing? Welcome in. So, I'm standing in line. He comes up behind me, still with his little mask on. Well, I'm sorry about what I said. I don't like the mask either. I hear him behind me, and I turn around and look at him going, then why are you wearing that mask? Why are you wearing that mask if you don't want to wear that mask? And I pointed around and said, your freedom and liberty and your life is worth more than your body. Worth more than your life, worth more than your son's life, worth more than my life. Your freedom and liberty matters more. Why are you doing that? You know that influenza is much more deadly disease, yet you're wearing that mask. And yet you have the nerve to badmouth me as we walked in? Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, like I said, I'm not the most physically imposing man by any stretch of the imagination. I can't lift as much as somebody else. I'm not that physically strong compared to a lot of other men out there. But guess what? I have greater endurance and I have greater will. I will never start a fight with somebody. Ever in my life, I have never started a fight. But I guarantee you one thing, I will not start a fight. I will finish it. And I may not win, but I damn sure will not lose. And like I said, I don't know what's worse. My disgust at this guy, or my sadness that his son is learning bad lessons in life. How to be rude, how to be inconsiderate, how to be insulting. Then how to not stand up for what you claimed you believed a moment ago. I find that morally repugnant as a man, that you would act that way in front of your son and think that having that kind of attitude was a good thing. If you can't stand up for what you claimed the moment before, not even a full 2 minutes before, and you're doing that right in front of your son, being Mr. Badass over here, you need to put on a mask. Oh, well, I don't want to wear a mask. Oh, they might refuse me some service. Grow a pair of balls. Like I said, I don't know which is worse. Upset at the guy for his crappy attitude, or sad for his son for the piss poor lessons his father's teaching him. I know this is preachy. I know this is sounding rather angry, but I am angry. I'm a human being. I have emotions. I don't hide from my emotions. I never will. You just saw it. When I cry, I cry. I'm not an animal. I'm a human being. Other animals, lizards and insects have emotions down here, almost non-existent. Mammals up here have emotions. Human beings way up in the stratosphere compared. I will not deny my humanity to try to be Mr. Tough Guy. No, I'll be Mr. Tough Guy with my attitude every single day. Now, my sister, Mrs. Kleeper there, will not remember this because she was already off asleep. 86 going into 87. Late 1986. We were all on a camping trip. My sister, 3 years younger than me. 86, I was 15 years old. Everybody else was pretty much off to sleep. A bunch of Marines, Navy men, sitting around the campfire. I'm sitting there listening to these men tell their war stories from Vietnam and other things of that nature. This one man, this one Marine who was there, they were all talking about their stories and whatnot. And one guy asked him, how did you deal with it? With what you went through with war and whatnot. And he says, I walked with purpose. And he had never said a single word to me the 2 days prior. Even though he was right in front of me. Never said a single word to me. Not hi, how you doing? What nothing. But he looked across that campfire. He looked right in my eyes. And he says, always walk with purpose. And that stuck with me from the age of 15. Hey, Linda Barker. Well, Mr. Jordan, I don't. You give in to them, and they love being able to say, I did my job. I was Mr. Tough Guy. I told him to put on a mask. I don't play that. I walked into Walmart. Sir, do you have a mask? No, thank you. Walk right in. I'm not playing those crappy games. I refuse. They don't need my money all that bad. They want to treat me like dirt. I'll reciprocate. Crap, what'd I do with it? Oh, here it is. I knew I had a bag up here. But, I will not do anything other than walk with purpose. I've stumbled, I've fallen, I've suffered, I've lost everything. Literally everything. My sister knows. A few other people in my life know. What I started, what I got to, and what I was reduced to. Pardon me. And I will not let somebody treat me in that manner and not mouth off back. I refuse. I will not tolerate being, I'm not going to say disrespected, insulted and treated rudely. I will not have that. And especially when you're covering your face so I can't see who you are, you don't have the balls to face me eye to eye. I don't play that. I will not play that game. So that's the rant, the angry rant. Now, the job today was fairly easy, going from, I started here last night in Post Falls, Idaho, taking a mower up to Eureka, Montana, back up in the mountains, right up near Canada. Made all the arrangements. Yeah, we'll be there on time. I hope we don't have to wait for you because we're busy. I get up there. I had to wait for them. So, not happy. So 2 hours later, they finally show up, get the thing off, I roll out. The worst part about it is, I got to go all the way down to Othello, Washington, pick up a second piece for that same location, and I hope they have a better attitude tomorrow, and they actually show up on time. My time is precious. I don't like it when they waste it. I don't waste other people's time. I wish they wouldn't waste mine. Now, that's basically the second and minor part of the situation with this particular 2 loads. The first was, after I made my delivery in Skyo, Oregon, coming out of Iowa, I get told, okay, you got this load coming out of here, going to here, blah, blah, blah. You pick, let's see, this was Monday. Made my delivery Monday. Dang. Pardon me. Excuse me. Yeah, sorry, just a little bit on the snotty side there. Nobody needs to be seeing that. So, made my delivery, got to the truck stop, at about 4:30 in the evening. Manager, 3 times in communications during the day, nobody said that this was a, quote, hot load, meaning I had to be there yesterday. Well, none of the information was given to me. Yesterday morning, Tuesday, I get up. I'm getting my day started, rolling down the road. 6 a.m. Why aren't you there? First, wasn't the hi, hello, how are you doing? What's the problem? Why aren't you in Othello, Washington? What's the problem? You're supposed to be there this morning. Okay, why didn't you tell me I needed to be there at 8 a.m. or 7 a.m.? I had the time. I could have drove yesterday. I could have been there. Well, why didn't you? I had no need. You didn't tell me it was an emergency. Well, it's a hot load. It's got to go. Okay, well, as soon as I'm done my pre-trip, I'll go. Well, so I have my little rant on camera, which probably no one will ever see, but later on in the day, after I get there and I'm loading, speak to my manager, say, hey, this is what you need. This is what I'm figuring out all the little intricacies that lets me do my job properly. Make sure all the ducks are in a row. I'm figuring all that stuff out because nobody's relaying current, timely, proper, and complete and correct information to me. Well, it turns out that it became a hot load Tuesday morning instead of being a hot load Monday afternoon. If I was told it was a Monday afternoon hot load, I could have driven the 300 miles into Washington from Oregon. I would have been on their doorstep at 7 a.m. because I would have gotten there at night and parked there and slept there. That particular John Deere dealer lets people park in the back lot and sleep there. I've done it before. Problem would have been prevented, but no. The fact it became a hot load the day following, I can't change that. So I already got this guy barking down my circle, this guy. So yesterday I got loaded up. I got up here to Post Falls, Idaho, which is as far as I could get. Because I had to drive 340 something miles in the morning to get to where I need to get loaded, then get loaded. That was a fiasco in itself. And then get strapped down and then get up the road at least a little bit, which I got I got about 340 or 350 miles from Othello, Washington to Post Falls, Idaho. And then I did the other 200 miles this morning. Well, it turns out that the John Deere dealer in Kalispell has been screwing this up for a week. An entire week they've been screwing it up. And here I am coming along trying to fix it and getting yelled at by 3 or 4 different people. So, I'm already having fun today. Then that happens. Now, the intermediate thing, on my way back from Eureka, Montana, 200 miles back down here to Post Falls, Idaho, I-90 westbound, about 7 miles before my exit to get to the Pilot Flying J here, accident happens right in front of me. Now, this is more of what I wanted to tell everybody about more than anything else, but I figure I'd lump it all together. Somebody in either a pickup truck with a crew cab and a bed on the back or an SUV. I didn't look that close, but somebody either had a heart attack, a stroke, or a seizure. I don't know. I wasn't in the car with them. They had a mechanical failure of their steering or their driver's side front tire. Or what I think more than likely happened, because there was no swerving on the road, there was no indication about 400 feet ahead of me of anything going wrong. But I think they were on this damn thing. I think they were on their phone. Doop, 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 doop. Oh, well, doop, 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 doop. That's what I think happened. Veer to the right, veer to the driver's side, to the left, hit the guardrail, flipped up a little bit, got into the median, and ran up, through the median and hit the other guardrail on the eastbound side. Now, I immediately pulled over to render aid. About 7 or 8 other vehicles or more did the same thing, and there's debris all over the road. Other people were already getting down to the driver in the vehicle that had the accident. I said, okay, enough people there. My being there is going to be in the way. I'm not going to add any benefit to being in the way. So all I did was I cleared up the mess out of the roadway, big chunks of wood and whatnot, got that out the way, and started waving people on. And then as soon as I could, I left and started down the road. Of course, immediately said a prayer for that person or anybody else in that car, anybody else around who may have been injured. So, the end of the story for this whole 35 minutes is that emotionally, mentally, this has been my day. Up and down, up and down, up and down. And I am beat. I am beat. I'm just tired of today, and all I want is a good meal and to hit the sack. Oh, I tell you, it's just sometimes in life you are tested, and today was my day to be tested. I can't exactly say that I passed with flying colors. I cannot say that I was absolutely the best human being I could be today. But, like I said, before I go to bed, I will pray that God helps me with a little bit of common sense and a lot more patience than I have, because it's right at the end of my rope right now. Hey, Ella T, thank you for coming in, and thank you all for your indulgence and listening to me rant and rave for 35 minutes. So hopefully, let's turn it to something a little bit more enjoyable. I know for me, because I'm going to eat it, but hopefully for you as well. I got to get some crap out the way first. Okay, our rice is done. We got some rice done. Let's see what we got up in here. All right. Well, I got some hamburger thawed out. I got that pork tenderloin that I was going to do Sunday. We got our char siu. Just look that up, CHR-SHU, char siu pork. We're making that for some good old ramen. That's still going to marinate a couple of more days before I start slicing into it and cooking it. So we're not touching this yet. All right, we got, like I said, a pork tenderloin. I think I'll save that for later, whatnot. I got a thing of a pound of ground beef, which I'm gonna make chili tomorrow. I need some more bell pepper, red, yellow, green, purple if I can find it, orange. So I can put that into the chili. I got the kidney beans. I got tomatoes. I got the spices. I got the onion. I got everything you need for that. So I think what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take some hamburger patty. These are ribeye hamburger patties. Let's see, what else can I do? I have some green onion down here. And, green onion, a little bit of bok choy. I think we're going to cut that up and make a just simple, I'm going to chop this hamburger patties up, fry them up. I'm going to throw on a little bit of, I think I'll dice up a carrot as well, maybe. Oh, I do have an onion. I got a whole onion here. So I think I'll just, fry the hamburger up, take that out, throw all the vegetables in, and fry those up, maybe. And we'll take a little bit of I could do teriyaki sauce. I could do some pasta sauce in there. Let me unplug this. Don't need that on anymore. So rice is done. Release the pressure on that. McDonald's RLC TV. Thank you, sir. You are one of the few people who cook in the truck, who cook on camera that I like watching because you're always coming up with something good. So always a good thing watching you, sir. So like I said, I'm going to get me a pan here, I think. I can find one. There we go. There we go. So we got ourselves a big old pan. You got to take a lid so keep that splashing all over the place. Yeah. We're going to move the Instant Pot down on the ground, out the way, so we can do what we're supposed to be doing here. We're going to set that to the back so we have a little bit of cutting room here. Grab a good old kitchen knife. We need a I think it fell down somewhere. Oh well, our peeler fell down. Oh well. All right, so we're gonna plug the hot plate in. All right. I got some curry up here somewhere. I think we'll just put a little bit of a curry sauce on it. Pork chops, Miss Barker. I agree with that. The little rotten cabbages you had as well. I'm glad you're eating them because I ain't going to. I can't stand Brussels sprouts. I cannot stand Brussels sprouts. Okay, so we're going to do 2 of these patties. 1, come on, and 2. Let's make sure we count properly. Let's put that back in the container here, in the bag. Now, unfortunately, today I could not get online as I was up in northern Idaho, northern Montana, up in the mountains, where I cannot get a good, reliable signal unless I'm right in town. And when you're flying at 65 miles an hour up in the mountains, you're not exactly going to get a good signal. So, but I did get lots of footage today of that, so you will see that real soon. All right, so we got 2 hamburger patties here. Going to get our pan hot. These are ribeye, hamburger patties. Bangers and mash. Bangers and mash with some bubble and squeak. Brad Parks, if I could make that right now, I would. That, unfortunately, that takes a while to cook. It just takes a little bit longer to cook than I have the patience for today. All right, so we're just going to kind of dice this up a little bit here. We don't want to scramble this as hamburger, straight up hamburger, ground beef. We want to keep this kind of chunky and square, so we're going to let that fry and put a little bit of a crust on the meat before we even start touching it. So, and yes, this is 2 full quarter-pounder. Actually, these are 1/3 pounder patties. So, we are good to go for that. Yeah. 800 subscribers. Congratulations, my friend. It took me about 2 years, about 2 years to get to 800. But I'm not really trying, so there you are. But congratulations, sir. It does take a lot of work to get to that. All right, so we're going to take some black pepper. Now, I thought I had some Italian seasoning around here. I don't even know where I put it. And I ain't in the mood to really worry about it. So we're going to put just a tiny bit of crushed red pepper in there. Just to give it a little bit of a tingle. We don't want too much. A good grind of black pepper. Yeah. All right, so get my knife cleaned off here. Nope. Why do you all keep hiding my trash bag? Keep tying up my trash bag and hiding it on me. So we're going to dice up a little bit of onion here. Now this is not really a great recipe. I don't know why that fell on the floor, but there it did. But it's just something, quick and easy for dinner. Pardon me. Dang it. So I'm going to set that right there, I think. So we got a plate. Take a big chunk of onion. I can find a dang bag of bags. I can't find my bag of bags. Oh well. I'm going to throw it in the Tupperware there. Find the lid. That'll be good enough. We'll make room in the refrigerator for that. So, pretty big slices of onion. We're just going to have it and quarter it that way. Very rustic, very rough. You know what? The hell with the carrot. We'll put that up with the rest of them. The hell with that carrot. All right, a little bit of green onion here. Oh, no, get out the way. We're going to trim this up for the wilting parts. Right, throw that in there. We're just going to roughly chop this as well. This is going to be a very chunky kind of meal here. We're going to throw the green onion in there first. Let that flavor up a little bit. And you can see the meat has got a nice dark brown on the one side, so it's going to retain its shape. All right. Let me see if I can find my curry. I can't live without my curry. You know what? I think I put it in the cabinet. I think I did. So we're going to pull that back up there. I think I put my curry in the cabinet. Yes, I did. Here we go. Beans. I don't need the beans. Italian seasoning. Here we go. Like I said, we're not exactly being precise here. Canned milk, tuna, flour, tortillas. Two different words, not flour tortillas, flour and tortillas. We got that's refried beans. Tomato sauce. All right. Now, I am missing one ingredient that I really do want with this, which, unfortunately, I just haven't picked any up. I should as soon as I can, because this recipe here is primarily made with chicken. But, no, we're going to do what we can do. Okay, so we are heavily modifying this from what I make. My sister asked about this recipe a little while ago, because I used to make this for her. So, you know, this is a kind of a little bit of it here, but, you know, we are not, you know, normally I would do this with chicken and all the vegetables on the side, so I'm kind of improvising because I just want to go quickly with it. So throw those onions in there. Now, if I could just find my can opener, which I don't know where it is. So we're just going to do it the improvised way. This is Contadina sauce. Nope. I prefer Contadina over most everything else. We're gonna do it the kind of the MacGyver way here. We're just gonna pretend like we know what we're doing. There we go. So we got our onions in there. Let's stir that up a little bit. Let all them different, all them individual. Where do you think you're going? Get back in there. Yeah, you see this is heavy with the onion. Right? Yes, I could do that, Cruiser Chris. Mr. Floto, thank you for coming in. You are still in my prayers, sir. Always praying for your recovery, but I will talk to you later, sir. So here's what we got so far. Ground beef, roast, hamburger made from ribeye, yellow onion or white onion, green onion, just a little bit of seasoning, whatnot. All right, so I was going to do the carrot, but I'm not in a peel everything up and do that kind of mood. So we're going to make sure we have a little bit more vegetable. I need to defrost my refrigerator. Ugh. So we're gonna just take a little bit of cut green beans. This will be about 3 bowls of food here. There we go. We'll have the rest of that tomorrow, I think. But for now, we just shove that back up in there and pray it doesn't escape. All right. Get that in there. Gonna get the lid on. Let that get the temperature back up. We're gonna pour in a bit of this spaghetti, tomato sauce. Now it's not the same thing as this heavily herbed and flavored pasta sauce. This because this is a tomato and basil. This has a lot of flavors in there. I don't want with this because it would compete with the curry. But like I said, this is a little bit of a play on the recipe I do with chicken. Roy and Becky's Travels, how you doing, sir and ma'am? So we're gonna take 2 of these bricks here. Need to put that in a bag and put that away. So looks like a little bit of cleaning for me tonight. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Helps to know where things are. Yeah, all frazzled today. Will do, Margaret. I will talk to you in a little bit. So we're just going to put the curry in the refrigerator. This is S&B, as in Steve and Bob. This is a Japanese style curry paste. Looks a little bit like a chocolate bar, but it's not. Yeah. Gonna move things around here because I don't have the room to actually do anything. When things are a mess, it makes it even worse. Okay, let me give this a stir. Now the green beans, we're not trying to cook all the way through. We're basically just warming the green beans up. Just going to throw that there. We're going to finish that in the sauce. So just throw our curry bin there. That's about half a can. We're going to put that into a Tupperware container later on. But for the moment, it could sit right there without giving anybody any headaches, I think. I like to think. Whatever. Okay, so let's put some other things out. Just get the stuff out the way because I don't really need any more. All right. We need a disinfecting wipe. Do a little bit of cleanup right now while this kind of marinates together. Put that away. So we're going to clean our knife. Oh, you're in the middle of a lighting store. Well, just make sure you're properly grounded, and hopefully everything outside is secured. Just take care of yourself, guys. You're much more important than this live stream is. So if you need to go ahead and go. I will not be insulted if you take care of yourselves first. Not insulted in the slightest. All right. Let me grab my towel here. Dry off my knife. Put that away because I no longer need this. Get back in the sheath. Put that back where we want. Dry this off here. There we go. Put that down there for the moment. There we go. All right, so we're just going to give this a little bit of a stir. Now, we don't want all the extra herbs and seasonings and whatnot. What did I just do with it? Now, here it is. So a little bit of extra water to thin that sauce out and let that that paste melt like we need it to. Because the paste will melt, the curry paste will melt into the water better than it will into the tomato sauce. You know, plus, we want it a little bit thin anyway. To when the sauce is ready, it'll melt down into the rice a bit. Right, so maybe just a tad more. There we go. Hopefully that's enough. Tuck that up under there. There we go. Yeah, unfortunately, last week, one of the rubber feet came off of the hot plate here, so it was always rocking. I finally found it today and got it put back in. So, all right, so we're gonna keep stirring that, let that heat up and come to a bubble. And we're going to let that curry paste melt into everything, and we should be good. Yeah, let's see who else. Let's see if anybody I missed came in. No, I think I said hello to everybody. Oh, Harry, Metal Music Maniac. How you doing, sir? RLC TV, always nice to have you, fellow trucker in here, fellow cook. My brother-in-law, Steven, a great guy. Oh, Carol Spomer. Apologize, ma'am, I did not see you. Miss Pamela Babcock, always a nice person. A down-and-out, simple, nice person. Pamela Babcock. Gemini 15, another mid-Atlantic Maryland boy. But he's the east side of town. I'm from the west side of town. Oh, Fleur de Lis and Thin Blue Lane RV Life. How you doing? Nice to see you guys here. I appreciate you coming in. And silver giveaways. David and Susie, two absolutely nice, super genuine, giving people. Thank you for very much. I want to say it clearly here. Thank you very much again for inviting me into your home. I will always cherish that. You've given something that few people ever deserve, and I do appreciate it. David and Susie Slate, thank you. Young Fame to Great, I believe I said hi to you. I apologize if I didn't. Barbara Riggle Baker, Willie Crow, how you doing? Joe Jordan, my sister Crystal Kleeper, Trucker Girl Kiana. All right, I believe I got to everybody here. All right, let's give this thing a quick stir here. I may have gone a little bit heavy on the tomatoes, but on the tomato sauce. But that curry is going to be all in there, so it's going to be, the curry's going to win out for the most part in the flavor department. So let's, like I said, the green beans, we only needed to basically, heat them up from frozen. We don't need to actually cook the green beans all the way through. I like my vegetables to still have a bit of that life, that essence that, yes, it was a living organism. It was a living thing. And that we take that life in to further our own. And I don't like vegetables when they're destroyed, when they're turned into nothing but mush. When you turn vegetables into baby food as an adult, I do not like. I don't like mushy vegetables. Well, except for mashed potatoes, but that's a potato. You're supposed to. Get a spoon out here for a little sauce taste test. Yep. Now, like I said before, I normally do this sauce with chicken. You take your chicken breast or your chicken thighs, whatever you want, also with a little bit of hoisin sauce. It's a Chinese sauce. You put a little bit of that in there as well. It gives it another little bit of depth of flavor. So, but this is a super easy meal on the fly. I had no idea what I was going to do. I just know I needed something, but there's no reason why I can't be a little bit creative. All right, so that curry flavor is pretty much throughout the entirety of the sauce. We don't want that sauce too thick because we want to have it kind of soaked down into the rice. All right. We'll just use a spoon. We're not going to contaminate anybody else. All right. Stick that right there. Now, this is going to be a simple meal, done simply, done fast, without real concern for being gourmet. There we go. Stick that out the way because we don't need that anymore. Unplug that because that don't need to be on anymore. Stick that in that bowl right there so it doesn't get all over the carpet. All right. Yeah, grab a. I want a big spoon because I'm a big boy. I'm a Toys R Us kid. Let's see. Watching that out there. I said this. I developed this recipe first for chicken, but I'm adapting it today for hamburger because I don't have any more chicken. So, there you go. All right, let me. So, take a look at this. Not too bad. Like I said, the tomato is going to be overshadowed a lot by the curry. But the tomato is going to bring a lot of sweetness to the dish. And normally, like I said, I put some hoisin sauce in with this and let it stew a chicken breast or a chicken thigh for an hour or 2 hours. Really slow braise it so that all that flavor really gets into the chicken. But ribeye hamburger, fried up, onion, green beans, a little bit of Italian seasoning, black pepper, a little bit of red pepper flake, just relying on the fat that came out of the hamburger, nothing else. Like I said, the only time I ever use a recipe for anything is when I'm doing something that's approaching baking, breads, pasta, pancakes, waffles. That's the only time that I'm going to, use a recipe. Everything else is by memory and feel and my basic attitude for the day. But my basic attitude says, do this. Well, I tell you what, Roy and Becky. Let's see. I'm facing north. Okay, so this is south. This is south of me right here. So I'm going to get that wafting your way. Yes, I need to wash my hands, but I'm a dirty, filthy trucker, so it's only dirt. It's only soil. If I can't handle it, there you go. Well, Linda. Hey, Roland Keith. Riley, how are you doing? So, we're going to take our taste test here. Now, some of that's, like I said, we want to get some of that into the rice. So the curry paste tones down the tomato sauce. The tomato sauce sweetens up the curry paste. Then, of course, the onions and the green onions and the other seasonings that you want to put in there, we'll build upon that. This was only a couple minutes, 15, 20 minutes at the most making that. But when you take this and you do it for a couple of hours, slow cook it, and you have your meat in there, whatever kind you want, pork, chicken, beef. You can even do this with a fish. You want to thin it out a lot more for the fish, because fish is really delicate. But this will work on fish as well. So, a little bit of the beef right there, onion, a little bit of the green bean and the rice. All right, that's good for me. Hold on a second. Get my cup of water here. And heck, give me my Pepsi. So, bon appetit, everybody. So, thank you all for joining me, especially those of you who came in at the first half hour. Thank you for listening to me rant and rave and cry. I needed to get that off my chest. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. It's just one of them emotional roller coaster kind of days. The stress is almost gone, so I'm going to have a bowl of this. I might have a second bowl tonight. Otherwise, I'll have some of this for lunch tomorrow. I got to go. I'm in Post Falls, Idaho, right on the border with Washington State. Spokane, Washington. It's just about 15 miles that way. We got to get through Spokane and down to Othello, like the Shakespearean character. Get down there, get this rake put on, and then I got to come all the way back up here again. Then another 200 miles from here, all the way up to Eureka, Montana. Back to the same cattle ranch, drop that rake off. Once I do that, then I got to head south to Kalispell, Montana. I'm picking up a load there, coming out here, I believe, to Patterson, Washington. I believe that's where I'm going. Once I get the information, I'll let everybody else know. But thank you all very much for joining me. I apologize for not having the ability to live stream during the day with some driving. I do have my SD card in here with today's footage. Well, actually, I have two cards today. I have the cards in the camera, and the card that I filled up earlier in the day, oh, pardon me, with some really beautiful footage today. I'm going to try to put that out tonight and go from there and try to, catch up on video. So thank you all very much for coming in. Chase Morris, how you doing? You're a little bit late, but you can go back and watch the replay. Watch me rant and rave at the first half an hour, but I appreciate it. So thank you all for coming. God bless. Tomorrow is Thursday. No live stream video. Friday, hopefully I have better connection, so you see some driving live stream. In the morning, I'll do a Facebook. And later in the day, I'll be doing a YouTube live stream. Driving or working in some way, and we'll show you that. Friday, like I said, that'll be a driving or working video. Saturday, cooking video. Again. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do Saturday. We'll see. Sunday will be audience choice of the meal like it was last Sunday. Pardon me. Yeah. So I got to make up 5 or 6 recipes of things to cook. You all will get to vote on it. I will have that posted by Friday evening on Facebook and on the description for on the YouTube video announcement. So keep an eye peeled for that. Send me in the comments or send me on Facebook comments what number you're going to choose. I want to try to do different than I did last week, so we're not trying to recycle anything. All new meals, and we will go from there. So, remember, Sunday, you get to vote on the meals. I will have that shopped for and posted Friday evening at the latest to give you at least a 2-day head start. We'll see what we can do. I think we're going to have something to do with shrimp, a couple of recipes for chicken, a recipe for ground beef, and maybe, if I can find some, maybe lamb. We will see what we're going to do. I won't know until I can get to the Walmart or another grocery store, do the shopping, but keep your eye peeled for that announcement, and we will go from there. So, thank you, everybody who came in. The new people like Chase Morris, thank you very much. Roland Keith, all the way from Australia. Linda Barker, Gemini 15, Josh Warpke, Old Pete Dog 389. Linda Barker, Pamela Babcock, Margaret Clark, David Silver Giveaways. Everybody else who came in, Kiana Girl, Truck Girl Kiana. Everybody, thank you very much for coming. I do appreciate it. You want like 35 minutes of me whining and crying and ranting and being angry. You can skip over that 35 minutes and get to the cooking. I won't blame you at all. But hopefully we'll see you sometime on Friday and definitely, hopefully, on Saturday and Sunday. Remember, please vote. Let me know what you think. What you guys vote is the number one choice. Will be what's made on the spot, live, on camera, just like I did now. So, thank you much for coming. God bless every one of you. Please be safe, and we'll talk to you later. Have a good night.